Hi guys, so today is the day 2 of covering ethics in 8 days, and today we are starting with the second unit which starts from the topic attitude. So let's read the meaning of attitude. Attitude is a learned tendency to think, feel and behave in a particular way toward a person, object, idea or situation. It influences how we perceive and respond to the world around us. Okay, so next we have structure of attitude, and we often call it as ABC model. A stands for affective component, B stands for behavioral component and C stands for cognitive component. Now let us understand each one of them. Cognitive component is related to thinking. It refers to belief, knowledge or opinions about something. Example, regular exercise improves health. So it's our thinking. Affective component is related to feeling. It refers to emotion or feeling towards an object or person. Example, feeling happy while exercising. Behavioral component refers to action. It refers to the tendency to act in a certain way. Example, going for a morning walk every day. So it's action, it's feeling and it's completely thinking. Now function of attitude. The first is knowledge function. Attitude helps people understand and interpret the world. Then we have utilitarian function. It helps individual gain rewards and avoid punishments. Next, we have ego defensive function. It protects self-esteem and reduces anxiety. Then we have value expressive function. Attitude allows people to express their beliefs and values. Now, what are the influences of attitude? So attitude influences our decision making, our interpersonal relationship. Interpersonal relationships are those which we have with others, and intrapersonals are those which we have with ourselves. Next, it influences job performance, it influences leadership effectiveness, social behavior. So a positive attitude promotes confidence, cooperation and success, while a negative attitude may lead to conflicts and poor performance. Now, what is the relationship between attitude, thought and behavior? See, thoughts shape our beliefs and opinions, what we think, and what our beliefs are and what our opinions are. So it's all related to thoughts. Now these beliefs develop into attitudes. Whatever we think, it become our attitude. Then attitude influence our behavioral and action. And whatever attitude we generate, whatever attitude we have, it influences our behavior and everything that we do, that we call action. Example, thought is helping other is important. It's a thought. An attitude that we developed from this thought is positive attitude towards social service. And the behavior is volunteering for community service. So this is the relationship between attitude, thought and behavior. Next, we have moral attitude. Moral attitude are an individual's belief and feelings about what is right or wrong, good or bad. They are based on ethical values, conscience, culture, religion and personal experience. Example, believing that honesty is the best policy. It's a moral attitude. It involves some moral, some ethics. Next, opposing corruption and cheating. Respecting human rights and justice. Now, what is the importance of moral attitude? It guides ethical decision making, it promotes fairness and responsibility, it builds trust and good character. Next, we have political attitude. So as the name suggests, political is related to government, our political leaders, etc. So political attitude are an individual's opinions, beliefs, feelings about government, political leaders, public policies and political issues. Example, supporting democracy, believing in freedom of speech, having opinions about taxation, education or environmental policies. Next, we have social influence. So social influence is a process by which other people affect an individual's thoughts, attitudes and behavior. Example, so there are three types of social influence. First is conformity, compliance and obedience. Conformity is changing behavior to match the group. Example, wearing a school uniform because everyone does. Or you can also understand by the example that when a child reaches a classroom, He sits while facing the board and not the wall. Why? Because everyone sits in the same direction. So it is an example of conformity. Next we have compliance. Compliance is agreeing to request without changing personal belief. Example, buying a product after seeing many friends use it. Not at the first instance, not at the first go, but after many friends use it, after that we buy a product. Next we have obedience. What is obedience? Following instruction from an authority. Example, following traffic rules because they are enforced by law. Next we have persuasion. So persuasion is the process of convincing someone to change their attitude, belief or behavior through communication, reasoning or emotional appeal without using force. So persuasion is convincing someone or changing their thinking or what we call as affecting their thinking. Yeah. Example, advertisement encouraging to buy products. A teacher motivating student to study. Government campaigns promoting vaccination or road safety. So these are the example of persuasion. So with this, I hope we have covered the second unit completely. Let us take a look on the syllabus. So we have covered the attitude content, that is structure we have covered, function we have covered, its influence and relation with thought and behavior we have covered, then moral and political attitude. Yeah, political attitude we have covered, social influence we have covered, and persuasion we have covered. So with this we have covered our second unit, and now from tomorrow we'll start with our third unit, and like this we'll complete each and every unit in single video. I hope you guys are liking these videos and you are making notes from my short notes, and we'll cover the ethics in just 5 more days. So I request you guys to please complete it with me so that you don't have any pending work left, and don't forget to like, share and subscribe the video. Thank you so much.